This group of exercises that I'm about to do with you are for anybody who's had a bilateral or unilateral mastectomy and/or reconstruction. The first move that we're going to do requires you to sit in a chair, just rest your hands on your legs, relax your body, holding your core, and we're going to do forward and backward arm circles. We're going to use our shoulders to move our arms, and we're going to do them 5 times in each direction. So you're going to bring your arms up, bring them forward, down, back, and up. And we're going to repeat it 5 times in this direction, and then we're going to repeat it 5 times in the opposite direction. Okay, move number 2. You're going to clasp your hands together either at your chest or at your collarbone, and you're going to raise your elbows up. Remember to only go to your range of motion. If you feel any pain, you're just going to stop and hold that position for 5 seconds, let go, and repeat. If you can do them without any pain, you're going to do them 5 times in a row. So they look like this. Up, and come down. And as I said, if you feel pain, if this is as far as you can go, just hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release. However, if you can do them without any pain, just keep opening and closing, and eventually you'll be able to lift your elbows up to shoulder height. This next move, I want you to stand with your feet firm on the ground, your legs about hip distance apart, and we're going to do forward and backward arm circles, making sure that you are moving from your shoulder, not your elbows. And we're going to do 1 arm at a time, 5 backwards, 5 forward, and you're going to start with small circles and then make them as large as you can at the point where you're at right now in your recovery. So we're going to put our arm out and we're going to circle backwards for 5 times. 2, 3. As you can see, my range of motion is good because I'm a 1.5 years out. That's 5. And then we're going to go forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to repeat on the opposite arm. Remember, if your range of motion is only to this point right now, then you are just doing arm circles at your range of motion. And eventually, you'll be able to do much larger arm circles. This next move you can do standing or sitting. I'm going to do it standing. You're going to make a W with your hands. You're going to raise them as high as you can. If you can raise them up like this, that's great. If you can only raise them to this height, that's fine as well. And what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. So you're going to hold them for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And you're going to do this 5 times. This is what it will look like from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And again, you can do this sitting or standing, whichever you prefer. This exercise is a little tricky. It requires that you put your hands up over your head like this, okay? If you can't get them up that high, if all you can do is get them to this height, that's fine as well. But you're going to put your arms over your head and you're simply going to open your elbows as wide as you can. Hold that for 30 seconds. And then you're going to release. And we're going to try that again. and then release. Now, if all you can do is open them this wide, that's fine as well. You will feel it in here because remember, you haven't been using these muscles since you've had your surgery or reconstruction. So meet your body where it's at and start slowly with this exercise and hold it for 30 seconds, repeating 5 times. This next move is going to require you to use a wall. If you've had a bilateral mastectomy like I had, you will do this on both sides. If you have only had a unilateral mastectomy, then you only need to do this on one side. And you're going to stand with the side that you have had surgery on toward the wall, and you're going to put your arm on the wall, and you're simply going to walk your fingers up as high as you can go. If this is as high as you can go, you're going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then you're going to come down, and you're going to start again. And you're going to do this 5 times. And when you're finished with your last crawl up the wall, you want to put a piece of tape on the wall so that measures where you were able to go today. And the next time you do it, you'll see if you're able to move past that. So this next exercise is also going to use the wall. And it's the same premise as crawling with the one arm up the wall, but this time you're going to use 2 arms. You're going to face the wall with your feet about 6 inches from the wall. You're going to place your hands on the wall, and then you're going to crawl your hands up. And when you get to a point where you feel a nice stretch but no pain, you're just going to sit there and count to 10, and then you're going to come down, and you're going to repeat this move 5 times. So, if this is where you feel your stretch, then you're going to hold this, and you're going to count, and then you're going to walk your hands down the wall, and then you're going to repeat it again, and you're going to hold this position, and you're going to repeat this move 5 times. For our last move, we're going to do an arm climb with our back. And again, if you've had a bilateral mastectomy, you would do this twice, one on each side. If you've only had a unilateral, you're only going to do this with the affected side. So I'm going to start with my right arm, and I'm simply going to put my arms behind my back, and I'm going to hold my right hand with my left, and I'm going to crawl up my back. And when I feel a stretch, I'm going to hold that position and count to 30, and then let go and repeat 5 times. So it's up, we hold it, and then we let go. And then we go back up, we hold it and let go. And for bilateral mastectomy, you're going to repeat on the other side, hold it for 30 seconds and let go, and repeat both sides 5 times. So the moves that I just showed you helped me regain my range of motion after my bilateral mastectomy and my 4 reconstruction surgeries. You can find these exercises on my website, warriorworkouts.life, and feel free to use them every day until you feel that your range of motion is back to where it was.